kill one journalist, but then you have dozens of others that will stand up and continue their work.
Benvenuti alla cerimonia di premiazione per il premio Daphne Caruana Galizia per il giornalismo. Sono passati 5 anni dal barbaro assassinio della giornalista, attivista, donna, che ha dato il suo nome a questo premio e alla sala stampa dove ci troviamo oggi.
5 years ago, Daphne Caruana Galizia was assassinated for exposing corruption and organized crime. They thought that this would silence her, but if Daphne's revelations reverberated throughout the country, her death caused an earthquake that shook the foundations of Europe.
Ce prix, Daphne Caruana Galizia 2022, donc il s'agit c'est un double nom, 2 journalistes. Il s'agit de Clément Di Roma et de Carole Valadé.
Iż-żewġ ġurnalisti Clement u Carol għamlu dokumentarju bit-titlu Ir-Repubblika Ċentrali Afrikana taħt l-influenza Russa li xandar fuq l-istazzjon ta' televiżjoni France 24 u ppubblikat ukoll fil-ġurnal influenti Franċiż Le Monde. Dan kien l-ewwel dokumentarju li qatt ħadmu fuqu huwa l-qofol tal-ħidma tagħhom bħala korrispondenti f'dan il-pajjiż Afrikan fl-2020. Waqt li dak iż-żmien kien hemm mewġa kbira ta' vjolenza u abbużi li tqanqlu minn armata li kienet qed tħares l-interessi tar-Russja.
Le gouvernement, menacé par des rebelles qui encerclent la capitale, mobilise toutes les forces à sa disposition.
Vous défendez le pays, vous défendez la nation contre les rebelles et les mercenaires. Vous ne devez céder aucun centimètre.
Iż-żewġ ġurnalisti Franċiżi investigaw, iffilmjaw u komplow jirrapportaw għal diversi media internazzjonali minkejja li kienu l-ħin kollu massa minn merċinarji qrib ir-reġim Russu u minkejja l-ostilità lejn il-Franċiżi instigata mill-awtoritajiet tar-Repubblika Ċentrali Afrikana.
This report basically is the sum of all the work we did as foreign correspondents in the Central African Republic. And before we arrived, the crimes that the mercenaries are accused of were already started to be documented, but there was this old part about the propaganda, the disinformation that remained undocumented, so we wanted to put that to light and to investigate it.
Protecting journalists, protecting the truth, means protecting our way of life, and especially in these dangerous and uncertain times, supporting the free media means supporting democracy itself.
Din is-sena, il-ġurija indipendenti magħmula minn 29 membru mill-Ewropa kollha irċeviet sottomissjonijiet minn fost aktar minn 200 ġurnalist mis-27 pajjiż membru tal-Unjoni Ewropea, fosthom minn Malta. 11 minnhom għaddew għall-aħħar fażi qabel intażel ir-rebbieħ. U 5 snin mill-qtil ta' Daphne Caruana Galizia, il-Parlament Ewropew organizza dibattitu dwar l-istat tas-saltna ta' dritt f'Malta 5 snin wara. 635 Europarlamentari vvutaw favur riżoluzzjoni li ssejjaħ lill-Gvern Malti biex juża r-riżorsi kollha biex issir ġustizzja u kull individwu implikat fil-qtil tal-ġurnalista jitressa quddiem il-ġustizzja.
Several challenges remain. For example, the efficiency of justice, in particular, the length of proceedings, has continued to deteriorate in recent years. While some steps have been taken to depoliticize the appointment of the Chief Justice, the fact that there is no involvement of the judiciary in this process requires further attention.
It is totally unacceptable that a government of an EU member state is partly responsible for the assassination of a journalist. If this is not a serious breach of rule of law, than what is. The European Commission has to step up its efforts to ensure that the rule of law in Malta is fully restored, and I thank the Commissioner for his statement today. And I turn also to our S&D members in this House. Please stop turning a blind eye to the shameful behavior of party members in Malta.
Daphne died because she exposed wrongdoing, corruption and crime, and nearly everything she wrote about turned out to be true. Yet hardly any of those cases have been adequately investigated, let alone brought to trial. Justice must be done and the rule of law must prevail. Impunity must end, really and truly. Not just for Daphne, but for all people of Malta and of Europe.
Sajmis li l-politiċi u l-uffiċjali li rabu rwol importanti li jinqabdu. Kif qal l-MP Reuter min-naħa tas-Soċjalisti, issa jmiss li niffukaw fuq il-mandanti, fuq min ippjana l-assassinju. Daphne kien ħaq aħjar, il-poplu Malti kien ħaqqu aħjar. U issa se niqpaw nirsistu bħilitna kollha biex nisguraw ġustizzja sħiħa. Għax iva, Daphne kellha raġun u iva, Daphne eroj Maltija. Grazzi ħafna.
5 years ago, all of us were shocked. On the day of Daphne's assassination, I stated that this was a terror attack on freedom of speech. I joined the vigil in Slima with my partner and a friend, only to realize that due to partisan political reasons, we were not welcome there. I did not agree with all that Daphne wrote, but what happened needed to be fought by us all, away from partisan bickering, which is leaving all of us bruised and citizens alienated.
Those responsible for Caruana Galizia's murder have been hunted down and brought to justice within timeframes that compete reasonably well with what happens elsewhere in Europe. The process of justice and reform will continue to the end. However, this debate and the resolution attached to it will bring, I'm afraid, no value added to this process.
Bir-rispett kollu lejn il-memorja ta' Daphne Caruana Galizia għadni qed nistenna dibattiti u reżoluzzjonijiet f'dan il-Parlament dwar l-4 delitti ta' ġurnalisti oħra li seħħew fl-Unjoni Ewropea wara dak ta' Daphne Caruana Galizia. Delitti li l-proċeduri legali tagħhom għadhom qasbis bdew jew inkella ma ġewx konklużi.
Għadhom kemm instabu u ġew kundannati aktar persuni ħati għal dal-qtil li ħalla teba' fuq pajjiżna. U għandna gvern li qed ikompli jbiddel li jemmen li dak li kiseb sissa għadu mhux il-wasla. Il-progress li qed isir f'pajjiżi jirrikonoxxih minn għandu ottika imparzjali u oġġettiva. M'għandux ikun dal-Parlament li għal darb'oħra jipprova jpinġi stampa mod ieħor. Nagħlaq billi nfakkar li l-protezzjoni tal-ġurnalisti u s-saltna ta' dritt għandhom ikunu protetti u msaħħa kullimkien u f'kull membru stat. Grazzi.
Murder of Daphne Caruana Galizia was a tragic loss for European journalism. She was a genuinely fearless investigative reporter who worked throughout her career to bring important truths to light. And God knows there are very few who do that kind of work in the European media. Fearless reporting is a rarity. What dominates the European media instead is client journalism, and it fills the pages of our newspaper. It gets all the airtime in broadcast news.